Hi, everyone. My name is Nicholas Collura. I'm a spiritual director, retreat director, and healthcare chaplain in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And, there's a phrase we've probably said every week or even every day of our lives for literally the past decade. Let's Google it. And so just as we turn to the internet whenever some fact or statistic eludes us in friendly conversation, that was my first impulse when I initially felt the call to participate in some kind of climate action or activism. I put in Catholicism plus climate change plus the city I lived in, and I found absolutely nothing. So then I looked up the Archdiocesan website to see if there was a committee, initiative, or point person dedicated to this pressing existential issue, and there was not. And for me, it was a moment of clarity. While the Catholic Church enjoys a centuries-long tradition of ecological spirituality and teaching, which is beautifully articulated and advanced, I would say, too, by Pope Francis in his encyclical letter Laudato Si, my sense of urgency around the matter was not, truth be told, initially fueled by my faith. I'd read Naomi Klein's magisterial work, This Changes Everything, which is a compelling expose of both the horrors of the climate crisis and its connection to a host of other social justice concerns under late capitalism, neoliberalism. I'd also been moved by Joanna Macy's sobering teaching on what she calls active hope, which is the idea that faith in the future of our unraveling planet can only make sense if enough of us follow our convictions to action. So anyway, these dual inspirations, together with other political commitments of mine in the second half of the last decade, were enough to spur me to act. But it took real reflection on my own personal vocation before I helped create an organization that's helping to lead creation care efforts in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. Because I realized that my personal and professional background as a former Jesuit and as an interfaith healthcare chaplain lent me to working within the Catholic Church. So after completing the Laudato Si movement's Laudato Si Animators program, which culminates in the creation of a climate project or action, a colleague and I, who had also done the program, drafted an open letter to our Archbishop requesting that he establish some kind of diocesan creation care initiative. And, but even with more than 100 signatories, we weren't sure if we'd be successful. Diocesan budgets are tight, and bishops, even in the best of times, are overwhelmed with many responsibilities. But to our relief and deep gratitude, our Archbishop blessed our effort and appointed my colleague and I to lead this initiative and gave us permission to work directly with his very helpful and very supportive Vicar General. We have a quote that he even released as a means of giving us his blessing. He wrote, "I'm grateful to this team for developing what we called EcoPhilly. Please engage with these efforts to care for God's creation. We all share a personal and societal duty to heed the Holy Father's call." Of course, it's not that simple. It's a lot of time and work to create something new, much less to inspire action. And the diocese doesn't have the financial resources to remunerate us for the amount of time and work that we've put into this project. But on the other hand, we keep meeting people who are enthusiastic to do their part. And we've been really amazed to see how much desire there is for meaningful climate action among the faithful. My colleague John is always saying, he really feels like God is opening a door for us or blessing our work. And, as Pope Francis writes in Laudato Si, quote, "All it takes is one good person to restore hope." So our ultimate goal at EcoPhilly is for every Catholic parish, school, and institution in the diocese to have some sort of creation care initiative underway. So what that can be might vary according to the institution or community. We're not so much producing content as organizing and networking other people's incredible resources and ingenuity. And we hope that by addressing the climate crisis on this institutional level, the message will spread in two directions. So that individuals in each of these faith communities will be regularly reminded of the importance of this cause. It's kind of a trickle down. And also, if enough green teams come on board, that diocesan leadership will be inspired to make this issue their own. So sort of trickle up, perhaps even to the extent of, for example, the Diocese of Richmond, Virginia, which is committed to going solar at a scale that can really be done only with diocesan level leadership involved. So since we began, we've inspired numerous individuals and groups to take their voices to Catholic media, gather creation care teams, engage in tree planting initiatives, network with others, participate in climate actions, introduce sustainability initiatives and eco-spiritual retreats, and more. So it's really a gamut of things that we're encouraging people to do, whatever they discern their calling might be as a faith community. And, we've really only just begun. So we're not naive about how much work there is to do, but we've seen that a lot can happen as long as everyone does just a little. And we believe that a lot more can happen as long as we can find more people to do their small part. And so to that end, we would love to dialogue with others who wish to start a similar initiative in their own communities or their own dioceses. We really believe this is a feasible and sustainable template for organizing. Or it may be that others among you have resources, stories, or best practices to share from your own experience. And we value that. So we invite you, please feel free to email us at info@ecophilly.org. That's info@ecophilly.org. Or visit our website, ecophilly.org, to get in touch. And then we can even Google each other, because we can't do this work alone. And I'll just end with another quote from Laudato Si. The ecological conversion needed to bring about lasting change is also a community conversion. Thank you.